everyone, I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and today we're going to make a special treat. I pulled some rhubarb out of my garden yesterday and I put a bunch of it in the freezer, so no better time is there to make a delicious strawberry rhubarb sauce so that we can make this delicious old-fashioned rhubarb sundae. Let's go see how we make this sauce. Super quick, super easy. You're going to love it. Alright, we're going to get started making this really simple rhubarb and strawberry sauce. You can use this over pancakes, French toast, waffles, over ice cream, and make a really delicious old-fashioned rhubarb sundae. And this is super quick, and it's really, really yummy. So really all you're going to need is, you saw me process rhubarb, and this is 2 cups of my rhubarb that I just pulled out of that bag from the freezer. And then this is 2 cups of fresh strawberries that I have just topped and quartered. We're going to use a 1/2 cup of sugar, a pinch or 1/8 teaspoon of salt, a splash of orange extract, and then if I want to make it a little bit thicker, I'm going to go ahead and use some clear gel. This is instant clear gel. So if we're not canning this, this is made very quickly, and this is not a canning recipe. So we're going to go ahead and just start, because this is really, really easy. In goes your rhubarb, your strawberries, all of them please, our sugar, our salt. We're going to hold off on the clear gel for now. I'm going to put a splash of orange extract. That is completely optional. You can leave it out. You can use vanilla. You can use, I don't think you should use lemon because rhubarb is already really tart. The orange is going to kind of bring out the flavors from the strawberries, and it's going to give you just a really nice little orangey undertone, and it smells fantastic already. I'm just going to give this a quick toss. I'm going to take it over to the stove, and you'll notice there's no liquid in here, okay? The rhubarb and the strawberries are going to create their own liquid. So let's go over to the stove and we'll start simmering this. Okay, I've had this on a medium-high heat for about 5 minutes. It hasn't quite come to a simmer yet, but when it does come to a simmer, you're going to want to go ahead and simmer this for about 10 minutes until the rhubarb is soft. The strawberries have become soft as well. And I don't like to cook this to such a point that it's mushy, but sometimes the rhubarb can get that way, so if it does, don't worry about it. It's all good. Alright, I do like a little bit of texture to this since we're going to be serving it on top of something else. And I'll bring you back when it's time to add the clear gel. Alright, our sauce has simmered for about 10 minutes, and you can see it is nice and thick. Now, as this cools, it's going to thicken even further. There are little chunks of strawberry and still little textury chunks of the rhubarb in there, but my rhubarb is nice and full of pectin, so we're not going to use the clear gel because we don't need to. The only other thing I'm going to do is, just like when we make jam, I'm going to toss in a little knob of butter, and I'm going to let it melt in there because that's going to help that foam go away, and as it cools, it's going to come to a nice clear looking consistency, and it's going to be beautiful. So now what I want you to do is I want you to allow this to cool before you throw it on top of some ice cream, otherwise it's going to melt. But you can use this on pancakes, French toast, you can use it on waffles, you can put some in a smoothie, or you can make a strawberry rhubarb milkshake with this, and it's going to be great. So we'll be back when it's time to use this. Alright, we're ready to make an old-fashioned rhubarb sundae, and we're going to make it parfait style. So what I went ahead and I did is I put the sauce in a mason jar, and I just stuck it in my fridge. This is still slightly warm, but that's okay. I like to do it parfait style because, you know, when we have a sundae, by the time you get down to the bottom of the cup, you've eaten all of the yummy topping, and that's what makes the sundae fun. So I like to put some on the top and on the bottom. There we go. And we'll just drape a little more of that sauce over the top. and you have a delicious old-fashioned rhubarb sundae. So, that's how you make a really easy rhubarb sauce that you can use on pancakes, waffles, French toast, ice cream, or you can even just put it on some buttered toast and it's going to be really, really delicious. So, I hope that you give this a try and I hope that you love it. Now that we all have bounty coming out of the garden, a little bit at a time now this early on in the summer, there's no reason not to use it and enjoy it. And if you keep that rhubarb in the freezer, you'll be able to make this sauce all year long, depending on how much rhubarb you actually pulled out of your garden. So, I hope you give this a try and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today and I hope that you try it and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!